A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise are, are due to Allah, and salam is for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and for his Sahaba radiyallahu ta'ala anhum and all the truthful people on earth. Why I have given my bayah or oath of allegiance to Muhammad ibn Abdul Quddus as Caliphatullah, as Al Mahdi. It's a issue that I have to talk in details, but as I was asked to deliver this answer in few minutes, I should try to do it in 4 to 5 minutes, inshallah. The first and foremost thing is, when I was analyzing the world around us, I found that it is not normal. There is so many abnormalities, so many deception, so many treachery in everywhere, so many immodesty, so many issues that is against Islam, that is against the Christians, that is against the Hindus, that is against the Buddhists, and all sorts of religion. It seems as if like there is an entity, there is a global effort is going on to make people non-religious, non-practicing, non-faithful to God, Almighty Allah. As if like the whole procedure is working in a way so that people lost their way of life and way of living in line of their religion, in line of their faith or belief. Instead, there is a force imposition or forced effort is going on to make people non-believer, non-religious, and to make them in a way that they are subservient to few of the people who is ruling the world. So when I was checking these things, increasingly I am having a lot of information that lets me understand and believe that actually the Messiah Dajjal is about to come, and it is very near. Yusuf has been freed for long time ago, and they have corrupted all the systems and everything that is actually Allah has bestowed upon us, from Sharia to the creations of His, whether it is a creation for having as our food items, or whether we as a human being is also altered to become genetically altered in a way so that we become gays, lesbians, or we become like transgenders, etc. So all these things actually led me to understand and realize that we are in the Akhir Zaman and we are end of the end time. Then when I was looking to the alims, what they are speaking about it, I found that most of the alims, except few like Imran Najir Hussain and few others like Omar Baluch, and some pragmatic alims who happen to visited or traveled throughout the world, who has more understanding about the world as well as the Quran and Hadith. Their view of understanding is making sense and reasoning that Islam is telling us that we are at the end of the end time. On the other hand, the other alims who has no knowledge about the world, who only memorize the Quran and Hadith and memorize the books, they do not have the understanding, and their understanding does not comply with the understanding of the world better. So I have found that all those alims who is understanding the world and speaking about the end time, many of them analyze it very correctly, the issues of Dajjal, the issues of Yajuj Majuj, the issues of the Batul Ard and those things, the issues of return of the Jesus Christ or Isa alayhi salam. But when I was contemplating more, I found that they are very wrong, or very confusing in their statement about the Imam Al Mahdi, especially the names of his, the bayah issues of his, the lineage, the issues of his from where he will be, etc. It is always contradictory. One alim is telling this, one alim is telling that, one alim is quoting hadith in Arabic is a meaning one, while he is translating it or is explaining it differently. For example, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam stated us that Mahdi's name will be my name, like my name, and Mahdi's father's name will be like my father's name, while the alims is going very fast conclusion that it would be Muhammad ibn Abdullah, or like there is a hadith they are speaking that the bayah will take place between the Maqam and Rukun, but in explanation they are saying it is in Hajar Aswad and Maqam Ibrahim. So I can see the twisting of their understanding from the hadith, and that's how I was looking myself to these hadiths. And at the same time there is a hadith of the Burra hadith, and all those hadiths came in my mind, in my view, and I was looking and contemplating those hadiths. And in that time there was this guy, this person actually in the name of Mustaq Muhammad Arman Khan. He appeared and he was warning us about the upcoming calamities. He is warning us about the situation of the world, and all those things helped us to understand or to look into it, to contemplate his words, whether it is in line with Quran and Hadith or not. And the more I was doing the research of his speech, and the more I was looking his personal biographies, his books, his speeches, and talking to his backgrounds, looking at his friend circles, his upbringings, his involvement with Tabligh Jama, etc. The more and more I was feeling that he's calling to something which no other alims or ulamas is calling, and the one he is calling into, that is actually more in line with the Islam, in line with the Rasulullah Sunnah, in line with the way of living of the Sahabi radhiyallahu ta'ala anhum. That led me to focus more of him and the way he was analyzing the hadith pertaining to the Mahdi. I was looking at it and I was trying to judge it. I was looking in two main ways. One is from his personality, whether he could be, like the madman, or whether he could be possessed by jinn, or whether he has some sort of, agendas of the Zionist Jewish and Christians alliance, whether he has some, evil intentions. And comparing that with his, grown of things, like how he became Islamist, how he became the, preacher, how he became the Da'i al-Allah, how he was teaching the people, how he was writing the book, and what the other people is giving the testimony about him. So when I was comparing those issues, it was coming in front of me that there is no way he can lie, there is no way he could be, possessed by jinn, there is no way he could be, a madman, or he is insane. On the other hand, the hadith that he was talking, as well as the hadith that I was, researching, finding out that he is actually the Mahdi himself, though he was not claiming that he is the Mahdi. So in that juncture, we are around like a number of people was doing this research jointly, and in one stage we have concluded that yes, this is the man, and we have done istikhara. We was decided that we should do the istikhara and see what the Allah is telling now. And the brothers who was with me in that research team, they have seen some dream, and we have analyzed those dreams. And later we have decided on the 9th of July 2020 that we should extend our bayah or oath of allegiance to him. And as a result, after doing several istikhara and several delays, finally we have sent our oath of allegiance to him on the 9th of July 2020. And from there, around like 1 month or 5 weeks, after 5 weeks, around like 5 weeks later, on the 16th of August, he has proclaimed that there is altogether 300 plus people has given their oath of allegiance to him in the meantime, and Allah is ordered him now to expose in front of the public that he is the Caliphatullah, he is the Imam Al Mahdi we are awaiting for. That is my story. Sorry, it is a little bit lengthy and it is a little bit unorganized. I hope it will be benefiting to those who is looking for the truth and who is in search of this project. And if somebody has more interest, they can write me in my email address or Yusuf Mamun at yahoo.com. They can write me. I can answer their questions if there is any.